welcome to Helene, and I'm guessing that's Patricia. Eh,
Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Patricia, and Kathy, and Gloria,
Hi,
and
Debbie.
I saw Sherry, and I think there was a couple other
Hi.
people that joined, and I can't.
Hi,
Diana
hi
and
everyone.
Pamela. Yes.
Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
Helene.
Yeah.
Hi.
Look at
Happy
you
Friday.
outside in the woohoo, getting
Yeah,
some
I'm outside.
fresh air because it's now coming into summer. It's getting warmer by request, also. What a great time to make some frozen, dairy free frozen treats. My nice cream is what people call it most of the time. I have a strawberry shortcake. We did up a mango, coconut mango, and just a plain, this would be my plain vanilla kind of flavor. And the hardest part is waiting for it to thaw out enough so you can just take a nice, when you want it. I want it right now, and I got to let it soften a little bit before you can take a bite. So good. Mm-mm. Yum. So let's get going with today's demo.
I hope you're putting those back in the freezer.
Not right now. It's okay for a few minutes.
It'll get
But
all
yeah,
watered.
these are all fruit based, so always whole food, so fruit based. I am going to use my blender and put it to some work today. I also have, you can use your food processor. If you have a food processor, that will work. I am going to be honest, I've only used the blender, but I've heard that the food processor does a great job with this, especially if you don't have a high speed blender. If you have a food processor, that might work better for you. And a lot of the base is bananas. We're going to go bananas today. And then you can add whatever flavors you would like to kind of jazz it up. You can put more different fruits in it. But the first thing is the bananas. Now, I have my frozen bananas. I took them to thaw. The if the best bananas are the ones that are actually ripe or overripe. So when they get to that place where you don't want to eat them, well, our family doesn't eat them very much, then you can put them in the freezer. I half them, and usually that's fine. So I'm going to confess that my bananas that I have here are just barely ripe. They're on the underripe side versus the overripe side, so they tend to have more, I guess, liquid and less. They won't be as sweet as they ripen. The bananas get sweeter, so and they'll also blend easier without thawing them out. So I put these in the freezer, and then I have to unthaw them a bit before I can actually blend them up because they still have quite a high water content, less sweetness to them. And they're still good to use. And to add a little sweetness, we have our maple syrup that we can also add. So the base can literally just be bananas. That's it. You can actually just whip up a vanilla kind of nice cream with just bananas. Now, if you're using your blender, you're going to need your tamper, and you want to use the tamper that comes with your blender because what it does is it keeps it from getting to the blade so that you don't it doesn't hit the blade. And we want to keep it as little liquid added to it as possible so we get this nice creamy texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by adding some bananas and making my base, and then I can go from there. So I'm going to add, how many bananas? You could do about 3 bananas would be great for the starting point, but I'm just going to check my, yeah, I could do 3. So I'm just going to do 3 bananas. They're starting to get a little thawed out, which is okay. 1, that's 2, and 3. Boom. We just have perfect amount of bananas here. And I'm just going to add a little bit of vanilla. And about a teaspoon is good. I need my teaspoon. This one is fresh. So add some vanilla. And then if you need to, you can add a little bit of dairy-free milk as you're going. And also, you could add a little bit of maple syrup. Now, I know that these ones are not the sweetest bananas, so I'm just going to add a little touch of maple syrup here. Weep. And you could add as much maple syrup as you need for your liking. And then I'm just going to put this on here. Let me bring it closer to me. This makes a lot of noise too when it's, because it's got frozen fruit. And I'm just going to literally put the tamper in because I know I'm going to need it. All right, here we go. Voila! And there you have. Now this, I would want to freeze this because it's not as frozen as you might have more frozen bananas. But that's basically all you need to do. And you've got this is a soft serve, a real soft serve. And you put it in a bowl, or you could put it in smaller serving cups and put it in the freezer. And you end up with your base vanilla nice cream. And what a great treat for this, especially in the summer as we get to those hotter temperatures now. Then you could add some strawberries or add some flavoring. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a chocolate nut butter nice cream. So I'm going to add some cacao powder. I just want to make sure. A couple of tablespoons of cacao powder here. So to my 3 bananas. One, a little less, a couple of tablespoons. Now this is raw cacao powder. This one is organic and it is fair trade. There's a lot of corruption in the chocolate and the coffee industry. So I always look for something that's fair trade for that reason. And I can add in a little bit of plant-based milk if I need, a little more. And then I'm going to add, you could add a little bit of nut butter. And I forgot to get my nut butter out, so. I've got my almond butter. I forgot to get out of the, I'm just going to add a little bit of almond butter to add a little nut taste to it. And that's all optional, but this is an easy way to make a different. Just going to put it together here. Add a little bit. So you could add like a tablespoon or so. Just a touch of nut butter. My nut butter's not cooperating right now. One more scoop, a little scoop. Oh, there's one here. There we go. All right. Now, if I need to, I can add a little bit of plant-based milk to this. So I'm just going to whip this up and see how it does here. I swear I should get earplugs for this. It really is quite high. Oops. And I could just take a little taste from here. Good. If you wanted, you could add, like I said, a little bit more maple syrup, and away you go. All right. going to put this into a bowl. I get a nice little nutty flavor out of the nut butter if you want to add that flavor. You could just make it chocolate and just stop right there too. It's totally up to you how you do it. Now, the one drawback of the Vitamix is that when you've got this thicker liquid, it kind of sticks around the blades, which can suck because it could take a while to get it out. I always think of when I was a kid, how we got to lick the beaters when my mom was finished making something. Anybody else have that when they were little? They got to lick the beaters. That was one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
What a great thing as a kid, right? And I'm going to try and get a little more out. And, normally I would wash this, but I'm just going to do my best to cut it out. All right. And voila, I can put this. Now it's at a kind of a soft serve stage here. Very soft, but you could put it in the freezer. And then I would take it out about 10 minutes before you want to eat it. And then, if you're like me, then you're like, okay, hurry up. You're digging in because I want to eat it now when I take it out. All right. So that's number 1 or 2. So you could do the vanilla, the chocolate, a chocolate nutty nice cream. Next, I'm going to add a couple of my favorite. Always been my favorite is strawberry. So I'm going to make a strawberry one. So I'm going to take a couple of bananas. And normally this would be clean, but it's okay. It'll be 100% fine this way. Put in a couple of bananas. I'm going to add about a cup of strawberries. I'm just going to eyeball it. Now I bought the sliced ones versus the whole ones. Just because they're already cut up, it's a little easier on the blending part. So I'm just going to eyeball a cup. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of dairy-free yogurt. I have about a quarter to half a cup. So we used this dairy-free yogurt a couple of weeks ago. We were using it, but this is a plant-based coconut yogurt. I like this brand. Whatever you do, watch for what the ingredients are. This one has coconut cream, water, agar, and probiotic cultures. That's it. It has 4 ingredients. And it's pretty good. This is just the plain. They have other flavors. So I'm just going to add about half a cup. And I'm making a strawberry cheesecake. It sounds fancy, right? It's strawberry cheesecake nice cream. Woohoo, yeah.
It really does.
We eat with our
highfalutin.
eyes and our imagination, right? So make it sound good when you make up things, That's the best. Adding a little bit of my vanilla here as well. About a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. Add it in. Boom. This one reminds me of when I was a kid. I used to make smoothies, but mine were like with ice cream and all that. And this one reminds me of my favorite smoothie that was really like thick. It was almost like a nice cream. That was my favorite. And I'm just going to add a little lemon juice. A little sprig of lemon juice to it as well. And we'll blend it up here. I'll put this in. So my bananas are soft enough that it's pretty easy. If they're more frozen, you got a little more work to do. Now, one of the things you could do if you want to really brighten up and add a little more nutrition to your thing is you could add a little bit of, like I've got this fermented beetroot powder. So what I could do is add a little bit of that in here to make it a little bit brighter. And it gives us a little bit of that beetroot nutrients from our beetroot. Now, the beetroot powder that I bought, I'll just put about a teaspoon, that's it. The one that I got here is a fermented beetroot powder. So it's one of those superfoods that you can get. So that's another thing you can do. The other thing you could do is add in some, oh my gosh, things like I've got maca here, adaptogens. So these are like maca, ashwagandha. Now maca is, to me, I know Helene will challenge me on this about the taste. I think there's different macas that you can get. There is the yellow and raw maca, which I have, the gelatinous. This one is a blend of the yellow, red, and black, where you can get them separate. So there's lots of different things of maca, and it actually helps us with our recovery when, you know, if you're working out and stuff, it's really good for our muscles and recovery. So you could add a little bit of that here. I'm just going to add a little touch. You don't have to, but this is like something you can do just to boost the nutrients and then not tell anybody that you've done that. It's our secret. And I'm just going to blend this up. There, and it has a little more vibrant pink color to it. And I love the idea of using different foods, like turmeric is yellow. You could add something green is like spirulina. But you got to make sure you don't add too much that it really changes the flavor. And here we have our strawberry one. And it happens to be I'm going to use a big bowl for this. I'm going to be in nice cream heaven for the next little while. Anyone want to come and join me here? Yum. All right.
I bet your daughters will be visiting you.
Sorry. Come visit me. We'll see how long it lasts, then I'll have. I'm not a dessert person, but, you know, when I make these things, it's like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll have something a little sweeter. And again, remember, it's good for you. Always remember that. All right, so now I've got that. I'm just stirring in the chocolate, which you normally wouldn't have if you make it fresh. And then I could put this in the freezer. Let me see. I could have added, it's fine the way it is because I get the strawberry, but you could add in some maple syrup if you want. This is to your taste, which is really great. So that one can go in the freezer too, which is great. And the final one that I'm going to make, making a lot here, is one of my favorites is mango. And to be honest, if you wanted to make like a sorbet, literally you can just take mango, frozen mango chunks. I've got organic here. But you could take that, add a little bit of lime juice or some orange juice, blend it up and put it in the freezer and then, you know, into little containers and just have a nice, you know, you got to let it thaw out a little bit, but it's such a great refreshing treat. And all it is mangoes and a little bit of like either orange juice or lime juice to go with it. So today I'm going to make a tropical mango coconut nice cream. And I am going to add a banana to it. Just one banana. Perfect. I used up all my bananas. Perfect. I'm going to add about a half a cup of yogurt. And I'm not going to measure this because I'm at the bottom of the thing. I'm just going to use the whole thing. It's all good. The worst thing that happens is you have just a little bit left and you put it back in the fridge and nobody uses it. So when I get to the kind of the little bits, I like to just use it up. I have a little bit of lime juice I'm going to add in. And I have I'm going to put about a cup of mango. Or do I want 2 cups? Oh, this is 2 cups of mango. So I'm going to add that in. Boom. Just enough. And you know, the other thing I like to do, because I do like mangoes, and we don't get great raw, like fresh ones here because we're not in the tropics. So what I like to do is just to eat the half thaw out the mangoes and eat mangoes just like that. It's another great way that you can have a little frozen treat. All right, let's go. Is it? And voila, we have a mango coconut, tropical mango coconut nice cream. Let me take the lid off. Now again, mango is pretty sweet, but if you want, you can always add a little bit of maple syrup to it as well. I didn't get out a whole bunch of spoons, so yum. Should be good. This one might become my new favorite. Taken over from my strawberry days. Oh, excuse me, hang on. Kind of went in the wrong way here. All right. Yum. This one is too much for my little bowl here, but that's okay. I'll put this on the side. Take another spoon. Put this on the side. This one has, because I used it without cleaning out the strawberry, it has a little swirl of strawberry. So there's another thing you can do too, is make a two-tone by using 2 and swirling them together. And wow your friends and family. A little swirl. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Woo. Yum. Put that in the freezer. And you have yum, yum, yum. Now I made one up that this is the frozen version. This is the soft serve. So this is mine anyway, so the heck with it. I'll use this spoon. So this is still frozen, but it's a nice, I would say about 10 minutes. And you have the soft serve. And voila! That is how you make your own very delicious frozen treats that are actually good for you. For sure. All right. Let me get the recipe. I'll remember the recipe here for everybody. And I don't know if there's any questions or comments on that. Yum.
Debbie, looks really good. You did a good job as usual.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let me have a little bit of the strawberry one now.
Yeah, everything looks delicious.
It really does.
I like it. Helene, yes. I love Helene. It raises her hand. She is a consummate Zoom pro, right? That's all good. Everybody's good. Helene, yes.
Can you hear me? Because
Now
the
I can
guys
hear you.
yeah, they're like mowing the lawn across the
Oh, that's right, because
road.
you're outside.
Yeah, we're outside.
Soaking up the heat.
What was it? What was the brand again for the yogurt?
Oh,
Yogi?
so the brand that I like to use is called Yogoot.
So Y-O-G
Y-O-G-G-U.
Y-O-G-G-U?
Where did she
Yeah.
get
It
And where
only
did you
has
get
4
it?
ingredients. That's it.
Okay, so where do you get it?
I think you can buy it at like, so in Canada, I know it's at Whole Foods, it's at Longo's. I've seen it there, and I think Healthy Planet has it as well, but I'm not
How
100%
much
sure.
protein is in this?
And how much protein is in a serving?
Of the yogurt,
Yeah,
2 grams of protein per half a cup.
2 grams of protein for a half a cup.
Per half a cup, yeah.
And if you want to add hemp,
And if you want to add hemp seeds,
Yeah, you could add hemp seeds. Yeah, good idea.
how much would that?
yeah, how much would you add?
Oh, I would add like maybe 1 tablespoon. Start with that, and if it's doesn't get too coarse, you could add a second, but I wouldn't go more than two
Chia?
tablespoons.
Or chia seeds too.
Yeah,
What about
so
chia
I'm not
seeds?
sure I would do chia seeds here because I like
No.
my nice cream smooth, but you can add other fruit or like if you wanted to add like dairy-free chocolate chips, stuff like that, or chocolate shavings, you
Yeah.
could do that. That sounds good. Ooh.
And how come you didn't use coconut milk for it?
Actually, you could if you wanted to, you could, but I'm using up my coconut yogurt. And
She's
it's
using
not,
up her yogurt,
if
that's
you
why.
wanted to have a real coconut, this doesn't have a big coconut taste to it. So if you
No.
really wanted a coconut then taste to it, yeah, I would put coconut cream or coconut milk in it.
And how much would
And how much would you use?
As
How much would you use
start
of it?
sparingly. This is a half a cup. I would start with about a quarter of a cup of coconut milk and then add to it. Now, if you're just using the cream from the coconut milk, you could probably have half a cup would be good. And just you can add to it. Love the questions.
So it's a half a cup.
Around half a cup, yeah.
one knows to the amount of protein? It's not enough protein in there.
Yeah, my mom's commenting there's not enough
For
protein
you don't need enough food.
because I don't eat enough
You don't
protein.
need enough
Oh.
anything in the day.
My thought is what we most need to do in our Western world here is bump up our fiber first. That's what we need to do. But yeah,
Bump
there's
up
different
fiber
camps
first.
on the protein.
Ladies, you're
Yeah, yeah,
missing the point. This is fun. This is dessert. This is nice cream. This is enjoyable.
But it's good for you too.
But yeah, I
you're
could
right,
eat
it
ice
is.
cream soup for
It's
lunch.
good for you.
Instead from you.
All right. Any more questions, Helene and Esther?
Yeah. See,
Right.
she's asking you if you have any other
You have to.
questions.
Hard
Right.
to hear our neighbors.
Yeah,
mowing
it's hard
the
to hear. They're mowing the lawn across the.
lawn. And
That's the bad thing about being outside. You never know what you're gonna get.
Oh
I
yeah.
guess.
today wasn't,
I guess today wasn't right to be out here.
but it's beautiful outside.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
really
I
nice
mean-
out here.
Enjoy the fact and just be grateful for the fact you can be outside. Even for me, when I'm in my own office, it's on the front side of my house, and when the townhouse complex has the mower coming through, it's like even in my house I can't hear anything because they're so loud. And they also do the blowers and all the stuff. It's like, oh my gosh. There's about an hour of don't do any Zoom calls or anything. All right. If there's no more questions, enjoy being outside, enjoy your nice cream, and everyone have a great weekend.
Next
I don't know
week.
if there's last week Cosmic Shanty asked me about making bean salad. So I have that on my
Bean
list.
salad.
I don't know if there's anybody else has any other requests.
Do we have any Do we have any requests?
Yeah, any summer salad would be great.
Yeah, I think a bean salad.
Whatever
would-
you come up with.
All right, so
Make
we'll
Yeah,
do
she
something
does.
summary
What do
again
you-
next week. All right.
What do you
Everyone-
do with tofu?
So you want something with tofu?
Hello? What do you do with tofu? My mother wants to know how do you make your tofu?
There's so many ways to make tofu. A lot of times.
Are
for-
you do
Well, the question is, what way will
Well,
you
what
eat it?
way would you eat it? I won't eat it, but you
Well,
can
then
make
I
it.
don't.
I like my tofu desserts. That's what I
Yeah,
like.
with all the
I like
sugar in it, the sweet stuff.
I like
Well,
my peach mango tofu dessert.
yeah. Try the, you could do peach mango nice cream. You can buy the frozen peaches.
True, but I don't have any peaches or mango.
You're
Yeah,
starting to
you
run
could
out
buy
of
the frozen
father
one,
wants
and
I don't know. I
that would
don't.
be, I think that, yeah, that would be better. I mean, you, yeah, I would say for, actually, what I'm going to do with tofu is I'm working on making my own version of a tofu sour cream, so I can have that with my baked potatoes over the summer.
Oh, that sounds yummy.
So that
What
might be, that
about
might be coming next. All right. Well, ladies, I have to
to finish
have
mowing
my.
the lawn now.
This is not my lunch. Definitely this week it's not lunch, but I will
That's
get
that
this
protein.
back in the freezer, and I'm gonna have some lunch. I've got minestrone soup for lunch today, and I will see you again next Friday in the kitchen. Thanks, everyone. Have a
Thank you,
wonderful
Debbie.
a wonderful
Thank you.
weekend.
Thanks so much.
Sending
Have
so
a
much
great
Bye,
love.
weekend.
everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.